Hello everyone, Gomez here for the LAN Up Show for the most exciting hype time that there is, reveal season. We know we're getting a champion tonight. Don't know which champion it's going to be yet out of the three, so let's find out together and have a good time and talk about the cards and whatnot. So let's get into this! Okay, so it doesn't look like it's the standard, like normally, like I was expecting the champion because it did actually say on the Legends of Runeterra thing that when we got the three first cards, it said, remember, fate is what you make it. See you tomorrow for the first champion reveal. But at this moment in time, the first thing that's coming up on here is literally just these cards. I was refreshing it just to see whether or not they'd missed that, because normally they do a champion trailer. We might still get one, but at this moment in time, these are the cards that they're revealing to us. So no champion, but it is obviously showing us, boom, more shurima cards, and is definitely looking like we're getting the old beardy time man, which you get Celine, or which you get, I want to say like which is Celine, but I'm not 100% sure I'm saying his name right. But let's have a quick little look. A 5-cost 4/4, which advances allied landmark 3 rounds. So like the clock thing we got the other day, I'll very quickly go through the 3 cards we got the other day for those of you who don't remember the 3 cards we got the other day. These were all showing you what champions we're going to get. There was the reveal, kind of like well, I can't think of damn names right now, the trailer for this expansion of Guardians of the Ancient, and we knew that we're going to be getting Blade Lady from Ionia, and this is showing what her token card's going to be, because obviously it doesn't show you anything there, so it's got an interesting effect. It makes it look like when she comes out, she's either going to summon these, or like, I don't know whether or not she's going to summon them 1 per round or whatnot. It doesn't tell you enough when it comes to that, but that's all we know is this is the token card. Chip from Targon, who once you summon a landmark this game, grant 2/2, so it's going to be a 1-cost 3/3. Obviously Targon's not got, like, you know, it's got some landmarks, like obviously what's his face, the healing landmark, the Targon's Peak, and the one which gives you 2 random celestials, but potentially it might be roped in with helping with shurima, like the synergy between Targon and shurima. And we've got this clockwork thing which advances an allied landmark by 2. So out of all of them, this was the one I was most interested in because it allows for certain effects, which obviously now we've got more cards. Let's just actually get the one which is given to us by Twitter, because Twitter it makes it look a lot nicer. So we've got another one which is advancing it by 3 rather than 2. So what interests me with this is things that work in like Lyssandra's 8/8s. The troll things which are frozen are like an 8 cooldown. Being able to drastically reduce that, bearing in mind that there is also the guy who once those frozen troll things get down to a point of 4 or something, he just immediately summons them. I can't remember what like the guy's name is, but basically this is accelerating that to a good point. So potentially you might see a Freljord shurima deck which is running kind of Lysandra and what's her face, Talia, to make more copies of that, reduce their cooldown, get the other out, so you're getting those 8/8s with overwhelm out faster. There's a slight chance of that being a thing, but also we don't know what other landmarks we're going to be getting in this little pack, or even in the month after, the expansion afterwards little pack. There could be more landmarks, especially if each region gets a landmark which has got a cooldown, because right now not every region has got a countdown. Not every region has got a countdown one. So if every single region gets a countdown one, these cards become more interesting in terms of what they can do for other regions. Obviously this can count down, what's his face, the Shuriman one, like the one where basically it's all about the gods, like making the Egyptian god cards a thing. Whether or not this will see play in that deck, it could do, but it's more important the fact that it can affect any landmark, and that's what's important. This card's actually an interesting, a 1-cost focus speed, which is create a random landmark with countdown in hand, or advance your landmarks. All, like it says, your landmarks by 1. So it doesn't mean like this is a target spell, and so is the other one, like the little clock guy is a target spell. You're targeting a singular landmark. This one is actually hitting all the landmarks. So if you've got a bunch out which have all got countdowns, boom, this is all reducing all of them by 1. That's very important to note. or you can just straight up create a landmark that's got countdown in hand. So actually, I really like this, but it's all going towards Beard, which is Beardy Magic Time Man. So 2 cost, which is like a focus speed again, time in a bottle, predict and advance an allied, which is an allied landmark by 2 rounds. So it allows you to predict firstly, so it's a predict card, which again can work. There's a number of cards that work with predict that we've already seen already, like admittedly the returned guy. So I did put the returned guy into a War Mother's Call deck with Freljord. So the idea of maybe playing him, maybe actually having him with the what's his face, Frozen Thrall things, and being able to get those cooldowns out and working with a predict mechanic. There's a slight chance of synergy in there. It was the I'll Be Back deck that I made a while ago, but also this can work, even working with Freljord, this immediately makes the, what's his face, countdown and do 2 damage. The one which heals Blighted Ravine. This allows that to just immediately activate, and so you're doing immediate damage. It's like another Avalanche, that's the words that I'm thinking of, but you're also going to be predicting, so there's slight synergies within there that could make this card be put into that deck that I made a while ago. So that's quite an interesting one. The 8 cost, I mean, which I can't remember how many 8 costs we've seen with shurima. So is the only 8 cost we've seen that one that makes a copy of itself if you've slain 13 and removes everything from the opponent's side of the field. But the clock version of the 8 cost is that when I'm summoned, create 2 of these instant which get like sentries in hand. What they do is summon a random landmark with cooldown, or so it's 0 cost as well, bear it in mind. So once this guy comes down, it's not the best stats for an 8 cost, but upon summoning him, he's giving you these things which were number 1, for 0 cost, summon a random landmark with cooldown. That could be any of them, there's so many of them, or advance a landmark by 4, and advancing a landmark by 4 can be very powerful depending on which landmarks you've got and what other landmarks they might add into this game. So actually not too bad on the time front. We've got no idea still what the champion's gonna be doing. Obviously there's a lot of advancing like things, so potentially Zelene is going to be yet again working with maybe advancing, and if you've advanced if you've advanced landmarks by a certain amount, maybe that might be his level up condition. But obviously we will find out. Or if you've predicted, like he could work with either predict or advance. So we'll see how it happens and whether or not we see his champion thing. But actually, really good cards, and like for me personally, in terms of I can see my way of creating. When we saw all of these cards come out that were advance this specific landmark, I was like, oh, I wish there was cards that would advance all, like any landmark, a targeted spell, because it would then mean that you could then get down certain ones. Like, as I said, the Freljord one is really powerful. That 8-8, getting that 8-8 with Overwhelm out as quickly as possible can be really powerful, and so these kind of cards can help reduce their countdown a lot, and it's going to become a lot more playable in terms of that kind of thing. So I do actually really like this, and it leaves way for any kind of countdown card that comes to any other region in the future. It becomes interesting, so I'm actually really loving these cards, and I can already see that these are cards that I could put into numerous decks depending on what decks get countdown landmarks. So honestly, really excited. Was actually expecting a champion, because as I said, this did say expect at the first champion reveal, but I'll take what I can get. If we want to go back over those cards, I said that yet again is in this same kind of thing, only cheaper than the 5 cost one here. And Chip is interesting, but obviously it depends on what other landmarks we see, or what landmarks we want to pair with Targon, like in terms of what regions we want to pair with Targon. So potentially Chip could go into a shurima deck with the idea of doing that, bearing in mind that shurima's already got the salt things whereby they've got the 5/4s in them, so there is like the ability of getting those out basically immediately through some of these cards, or at least like counting them down and advancing them to the point where they basically are going to be coming out immediately. So they're quite like, I'm okay with these cards. There's a lot of people who probably won't be, but I'm actually okay with these cards and what they could mean for countdowns and landmarks that have countdowns in the future. Like, I like this. I like the idea that they can work with multiple ones. And this is quite a fun thing that works with that if you're building your deck around that ability. Now, obviously, we don't know what the champion's going to do, and we don't know what the other champions are going to do. So these might actually work in. There's a lot of people who have been saying that they think that Malphite might actually be a landmark himself, in that he's a big rock man who once he counts down, that's his level up. So any cards like this which help advance an allied landmark could be used on top of him to advance him, and then boom, like that. But obviously that's speculation. We don't know that's what that champion does. It is a mere guess, but it's interesting, and I do like the idea that can work. I'm gonna refresh one more time to see whether or not we actually are gonna get a champion, because you never know, right? That it might be misinterpreted or whatnot. It doesn't look like it. And let's have a little quick little look on Mobilix to see whether or not we're gonna see anything here. So Mobilix is just showing us these cards. It looks like these are the only cards that we're gonna get, which is a shame, as we were promised a champion. But it's okay, I can accept this. But I'm loving the cards that we've seen. I'm seeing potential synergies that we could do, especially with landmarks. That I really want to know what her cards, like what her thing's gonna be in terms of, does she summon a blade every single round or whatnot? Because I think this is the token card, but we know what champions we're getting. I just want to see what they do. And hype. So please let me know in the comment section down below what you think about these cards, what you think synergies could potentially be. As I said, I'm seeing a lot of potential using with Freljord here to be able to count down to get closer to those 8/8s. It does depend on what other landmarks that we do get with countdown. The fact that we can just get a random one immediately and summon it for 0, that is going to be, there's so many ones which are going to be the good ones and the bad ones of that like, it depends on what we see. But honestly, please let me know what you think. Let me know what you think the champions are going to be like. What are your like predictions for what we're going to see the champions do and whatnot? Because I believe people have been speculating that Malphite might be a landmark himself that counts down. That's his level up condition. To me, it's looking like Zanil is, or Zanil, whatever, however you say his name, is going to be something to do with predict/advance. Like maybe he might be something to do if I've seen landmarks advance a certain amount, or if I've predicted a certain amount. Like, there could be synergies either way there. And I have got no idea what the Blade Lady is going to be doing. So please let me know what you think down in the comment section down below about these cards and whatnot, as well as the fact that obviously you can catch shameless plug time, Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram. You can catch me streaming on Twitch on Mondays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, as well as the fact there is the Discord link down below. So if you want to get in there, talk about all things new card, deck creation, deck ideas, and whatnot, please go down below and you'll be able to find, which, as I said, the Discord that can help you out there, the lovely community that we're building, because we're building a lovely community around this channel. So thank you all so much. Also, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for everyone who watches, comments, subscribes. Like, literally, this channel would be nothing without all of you. Like, I've got an end of year goal of hitting 5,000 followers/subscribers on Twitch and YouTube, and literally YouTube is smashing it. And it said it would be nothing without all of you. So thank you so much for all of your support. I hope that you have a great day, an evening, whatever it is for you. And hype. We're into reveal season. Good times, people. I shall see you again tomorrow evening, where hopefully we will actually see a champion. But until then, thank you all so much, and until next time, bye.
Flash of brilliance that could save me. Save me! That doesn't save me. Okay. Is there anything from you? Save me. That doesn't save me! Okay. Get rid of this and get rid of this. Find something that can save me.